All right, give you a little shop tour while the guys are working on there. This is an extension of Area 51, and you're going to get to see Area 51, which is my shop in Crossville, Tennessee, sometime in the near future. But David Monday, Howard Moon, all the guys at Monday Race Cars have been just a huge part of what we do, and you know, what we're doing in the future. And so moving forward, there's some stuff in here that we'll not show you, but obviously we know people watch the video, and there's certain things that I just don't want you to see, but we'll take you through and let you see a whole lot about what it is to run the operation that David Monday Race Cars runs, and some of the keys to our success and mine and John's success in the future. This is the type of race shop, race team establishment that we are moving ahead into in the coming years and in 2022. So I'm really excited. This is definitely my favorite place to be anytime that I'm not racing, and we'll give you a little look. A lot of our time when we're not racing is actually done right here in the next like 60 to 70 square feet. This is a state-of-the-art shop dyno. We do a lot of dyno working, checking the shop right here. David is really good at finding inconsistencies and stuff in the shocks that allow us to do what we do, and allows his pro mod team to do what they do. So we'll take you on back, show you the next stop. This here being the first stop we normally stop at. This is the next area that we spend a lot of time on. This is a fuel bench for our fuel pumps. And on screw bone alcohol cars, these pumps are driven off the camshaft, and so the fuel curve is linear with regards to engine RPM. We can put our hat, all of our nozzles, down nozzles, hat nozzles, everything, and spin this thing. It's got a three-phase motor that spins the pump, and we can replicate a run, and then it shoots us out a fuel flow meter in gallons per minute based on engine RPM, and that's how we come up with the tune-ups with Howard Moon and David. It's been this piece of equipment has been an instrumental part of our racing for a number of years. All the way back into the 2014-15 area, and on forward into my World Championship in 2019. So we'll move on and show you some more of the goodies here. This is Howard Moon's space. This is where the magic happens. He does the motor work here. You probably seen a video this past summer of my wife and I lapping a blower and a Mintec manifold in. That's the lap table that we were using. Parts washers, so on and so forth. Again, more equipment. It's off season. It's not only off season for us, but it's off season for everybody. And that includes all of David's cars. So you have to wander around here with me a little bit. My second favorite place in the entire building is right here. State-of-the-art Pro Hub dyno. This thing is unbelievable in what it can tell us. A day like today where it's raining and we want to test something, we can back a car in here, hook it to the hub dyno, and make pulls on it right here just like we're at the racetrack. Today is not one of those days, obviously, but watching one of these 3,500 horsepower screw-bone Hemis run on this hub dyno is something that everybody needs to see at least once in their life in person, because it is unreal. The sound, the feeling, everything about it. You know, you're on the starting line at a racetrack and the cars leave the starting line. That's pretty intense. But just imagine being able to stand within 3 foot of it while it makes the entire run up to 10,000 RPM. And lots of cool stuff happens right here in this room, and it's one of my favorites. Next, we'll go on into the race shop. The transporter, as you see, is sitting here. Just a brief look at the number of parts and the stuff that it takes to run at this level. Everywhere you look, there's parts, and that's a requirement for this style of racing. Again, more parts, drive shafts, transmission stuff, intake manifolds, everything and anything that you could want or need. Race transporter, and the guys are hard at work right now working on stuff, getting David's and Tom Blinko's cars ready. Something you don't get to see a lot off the cars because we're normally at the racetrack. This is a PSIC rotor and a new DMPE injector hat. The same setup that we will run in 2022 on both my car and on John Odom's car. Mine actually looks exactly like this one. See what a bug looks like at about 210 miles an hour in the 8th mile? That's what it looks like. Smashed. This is the kind of quality that David Monday Race Cars turns out. This is Tom Blinko's new Corvette. A definite testament to what these guys do. Look at the fit and finish in this car. It's amazing. Liberty 5-speed transmission. We'll be talking about that a little bit more as we go. Not No Prep Kings legal. Take you around the backside here. Alright, we've been wanting to keep this a secret, but Sam and the guys at Pilgrim have okayed me to run this funny car in No Prep Kings next year. We're going to go ahead and let it out of the bag now. Probably going to be some complaining going on about the windshield area and the aerodynamics of this car, but I assure you this is a factory car. We just got to figure out where it was made and what country it came out of so that we can get a VIN tag for it. But this is what I aspire to drive in No Prep Kings in 2022. We feel like it'll be not too heavy and should be able to be competitive. And the front end shouldn't be too awful long. Nobody should complain much. I know that Doc's car, I think, is a little bit longer than this car in the front end. But Lutz's GTO might even be a little longer in the front than this car. So I feel like this car will be legal. We just have to get the final approval from Tech. Brand new CNC machine they just put in. They make a lot of their own parts here, and this is crucial to being able to do that. This piece of equipment was just brought in not too long ago, and something to make big chunks of aluminum into little chunks of aluminum, and big chunks of steel into little chunks of steel. This is more like a compound than a shop. It's a multi-building, and lots going on in all of them. And like I said, some of the things I'm just not going to show you, and we'll just have to wait and see when that time comes.
Do I begin? I see the hate, they don't wanna see me win. Bank deposits, I got more coming in.